Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna be talking about Adowa. Now guys, if you don't know, Adowa is a dance done and established by the Akan people of Ghana. Now, in my previous video, if you didn't watch that, Akan people are widespread across Ghana as well as Ivory Coast. So you can find Akan people in Ivory Coast, and remember, Akan is a group and there are subgroups within the Akan people and so many other tribes within the Akan group. Let's go back and let's talk about what Adowa is. Adowa is a dance done by primarily the Akan people of Ghana. Adowa is performed at cultural festivities, festivals, celebrations, engagements and funerals. The Adowa dance comprises of expressions, facial expressions, and the dance ensemble is a sign of expression, and essentially you're communicating whilst you're doing the dance. Adowa allows dancers to communicate their emotions, and this is done through their hands and their feet. Adowa dance involves different hand movements performed for each different type of setting. So for example, positive movements done at weddings and engagements and in a context of happiness, and negative emotions are portrayed in the Adowa dance at things like funerals and 1 week celebrations. Adowa is also heavily based on facial expressions. So you know, when you're doing a certain dance, you can't just have a straight face. You need to actually do facial expression, whether that's on purpose or whether that's just because you're so into the dance that you end up doing a facial expression. Historically, men did the drums and the instruments, and they did the sounds that came with the dance ensemble, and the women actually did the dance. And now, you know, that's not essentially true because men also do Adowa, and they did before as well. So if you guys didn't know the fact, that I actually just kind of found out quite recently. In the true language, Adowa means an antelope. It is said that during war times, with the Akan people, they were sent to slaughter an antelope, and when they were sent to do that, the antelope was doing strange movements, and this is said to mimic the Adowa dance essentially, and so they turned it into a dance, and this is what it has become. So an Adowa ensemble comprises of a lead singer, the chorus and the percussion instruments. So all these instruments and all these together allow the dancer to be able to communicate with their hands and feet, and essentially the communication is happening between the drummer, the dancer and the audience and the people who are kind of watching, and so it's kind of common knowledge what's going on. The movements on the hands and feet tell a story, and essentially that is how the communication happens between the drummers, the percussionists and everyone kind of there, and the dancer, and then the people watching. The Adowa percussions involve drums, a pair of atumpine and pentama, petia, brenko, dono, which is an hourglass drum, the bells, dawuru, which is a double bell, and atoke, single bell. And you can find that Adowa is done at different cultural ceremonies regardless of what tribe you are in, and so yeah, it's adopted by many tribes. So let's just say there's two different things that we want to point out here. Kete and Adowa are not the same. Kete is a dance where the dancer rolls and stretches their palms over each other whilst in locomotion, moving from one place to another, and so that can be seen here. What we need to understand is that the Adowa costume depends on the context. So if it's a funeral, it will be probably black and red, kente or tuma. Adowa dancers usually adorn themselves in kente, which means covered all over in kente, and it's usually wrapped. For me, Adowa is just essentially like a huge expression of culture, a huge expression of tradition. The thing is, I don't even know what's going on most of, but it's such a rich part of Akan culture. One thing that I recently discovered is that it's in Ivory Coast as well, and that's obviously the kind of point of my previous video, just that we share that culture with, you know, another country. If you guys didn't know what Adowa was and now you know after watching this video, comment down below, subscribe, share and continue watching for more amazing content.